Underhill works it back of the net. Laurent trying to get it in front. It's knocked away. Dion back out at center. Steps in over the blue line. Dion drops it off there. Martin was going for it. He overskated the puck. St. Jean breaking back, lead pass. Here comes Jason Underhill. Turns around to look for the reinforcements, and he sees the shoulder of Guy Dupuis. Bolin going up after it. Trevor Bolin takes out his man, goes down, almost scooped it out in front. 3:20 to play in the first period. Eric Levine. Long shot, and Levine has been pounding him into the glass way up in behind the St. Jean net in the first period. If he can get it down a few feet, he may be in business. 3:17 to go. I'm Paul Roman. I'm with Bob McKenzie. This is CHL Sunday night, our first look this season at the Quebec Major Junior Hockey League. A league known for its offense, and we have a 0-0 tie, and the closest game that we've seen so far this year. You explain it, please, Bob.
So much for stereotypes. Don't prejudge anything. You come out and see what's here, and you'll find that sometimes the stereotypes don't always hold true.
Lefebvre swings wide, looking for the trailer, dumps it in instead. Up to forecheck is Blouin. He overskates it. Lefebvre again. Blouin couldn't get a hold of it. Ouellette gets it back in the net, shoved off the puck, and it pops there to Lorenzo, and he's taking no chances, just decides to hang on.
So far this game, watching Lorenzo, it's an adventure every time he comes out of the net. Got to get some help from his defenseman there, but try to clear that puck.
There's a look at St. Jean coach Richard Lebrun, and he has had a few things to contend with this year on his club. Injuries have been the biggest bane of St. Jean so far this year.
I think I have enough good offensive team, but we have some problems on defense, and the reason is because we had a lot of injuries with François Leroux, François Chaput, Eric Marcoux, and I don't know if I play more than 60% of my game with my 6 defensemen. This is one of our problems.
That's Richard Lebrun, the head coach of the St. Jean Lynx.
He mentioned he doesn't go with 6 defense very often. He's going with 5 tonight. Stacy Dallaire, a rookie defenseman that is more or less a regular, not in the lineup tonight.
Teams at even strength. Nice move, and puck punched in on goal by François Leroux. And Lorenzo had to get down low to get a beat on that. Alston, back of the net. Takes a look, centers, and McDermott was moving in. Here's LeBeau. Look at him work the puck. Backhand shot. Went in for the rebound, but he was held up on the play. And here comes home. McKim through center. Puck pushed off his stick. Ahead to Blain. That's stopped at the line by Simard. Here's Levine dipping and diving. He's still got it. Blain up there after it. Taken out along the boards. Delayed penalty coming up. And it is going to go against St. Jean.
A great move by Levine to go around Simard, and Simard didn't have much choice but to reach back and haul him down.
That is Serge Simard heading up, not to be confused with Serge Savard.
Watch the great move by Levine, stepping right around Simard, and Simard reaches out, gives him the big hook around the waist with the arm, and hauls him down.
Don't you just want to say that, Serge Savard? Kind of flows nicely.
Serge Simard Jr. even. There is a Serge Savard Jr. Not in this game.
Holding penalty at 17:53. 2:07 to play in the first period. Power play coming up here for Hull. 0-0. McKim at center. To Dykhouse. To Hohenberger. Shooting. Rising shot at Lebrec as he has been. Very aggressive. Coming well out of his net to cut down the angle. And back behind the play gave a little hack there to Joël Blain, who was up forechecking. They've met once before in this period. Here's Dykhouse. To McKim. McKim up to forecheck, along with Villeneuve. Lots of time to go on the power play. 3 Hull Olympics up there to forecheck. Nobody can keep it in. Martin Lefebvre will just bide some time. Hohenberger takes a bump at him. 1:20 to go on the man advantage. McKim, trouble off the boards. Here's Dykhouse. Runs into Lefebvre and shoots it in. Lebrec back of his net. Nice pass up the middle. Blain almost knocked it down.
Hull Olympiques having a tough time gaining that blue line.
And they're going to get caught here. So much for their power play. A roughing penalty coming up against Hull.
Another one.
Check that. It could be roughing. Maybe too many men in the ice.
Not quite sure which it is, but whatever it is, it was certainly a penalty behind the play. Olympiques were preparing to come out. The referee whistled it down.
That is Bruno Villeneuve going into the penalty box, number 26. And that was way back behind the play. We'll just have to wait for the announcement. I thought I saw the referee make a roughing sign.
Whatever the case, Alain Vigneault's team loses their power play.
Off the face-off, Leroux backhanding it in towards the net, knocked down. Sparks out ahead at center. Dupuis in deep, centers it across in front of the net. Sparks was tied up. Jan Alston, cross ice past LeBeau, almost sneaking away in behind Joe Sook. Sook back with the puck. Drops it off for Sparks. He will catch up with it in the corner, being wrapped up and tied there by Chaput. LeBeau lumbering back out of his own end. Tiptoes to center. Here comes LeBeau. Got some room. Shoots. And that one goes screaming way up into the mesh up behind Johnny Lorenzo.
Some great stick handling by LeBeau. He turned Dupuis inside out coming down that left wing. Only trouble is when he went to beat the last man, he fired the shot, but too big a wind-up, and the puck ended up being deflected up into the netting behind the goal.
And they've been marking him very closely in this first period, but LeBeau really hasn't got a chance to air it out yet. He's been in very close quarters whenever he's in the Hull zone. 25 seconds to go in the period. The team's at even strength. In 15 seconds, St. Jean will go on the power play. That will, of course, carry over into the second period. Big shot from Hohenberger right along the ice. Rebound in front. Scoop to the corner with 10 seconds to go in the period. And Bolin frustrated there as the puck ended up underneath Francois Chaput. We will not be here 1 week from tonight in our usual Sunday night slot. In fact, we have a special Monday night presentation of CHL Sunday night. The Peterborough Petes and the Oshawa Generals. Lots of talk along the grassroots about this game, because we will see Ricci of the Petes against Lindros of the Generals, the two best junior players in the country, debatably.
And one of the greatest rivalries in all of junior hockey, Peterborough-Oshawa, two very fierce rivals in the Ontario Hockey League.
7 seconds to go in the period. Hull and St. Jean tied at 0. Chaput losing the puck. Martin just bulldogging up there, trying to get it in front. He loses his balance, and time runs out in the first period. The Hull Olympics and the St. Jean Lynx skate through a pretty entertaining first period, and nobody picks anything up in the way of offense.
And a surprising period because, as you say, no goals, and everyone comes into the Quebec League expecting to see a shootout. We've had some outstanding opportunities, some good saves by the goaltenders, but no goals to this point. A 0-0 tie.
So the cliche has no ring to it at all in the first period of play. And speaking of cliches, we will have more on some of the stigmas attached to the Quebec League coming up during our first intermission. There's no score after one period. The first intermission is on deck. No score after one period of play between the St. Jean Lynx and the Hull Olympics. Very good first period of play, some good defensive play, and some good offensive play. One of the stigmas attached to the Quebec Major Junior Hockey League, we touched on it in the first period, is that the league is an offensively oriented league. Now, last year was the worst year ever for this league in terms of the NHL draft. There are a number of stigmas attached, and we take a look at a few of those in this feature. It really is tough to figure. I mean, here's a league that has produced some of the greatest players in the history of the NHL, like Mike Bossy, one of the greatest pure goal scorers ever. Raymond Bourque, one of the finest defensemen ever to suit up. And of course, the incomparable Mario Lemieux. Now, all three of these players coming from the Quebec Major Junior Hockey League, a strong league. But still, you have to wonder why